Listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries. As we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media, this is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events most of all. Thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let me remind you, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And, of course, we are celebrating today. You know, today might be one of those days that you just have to spend the entire day celebrating. Happy birthday, first of all, to our amazing Air Force. Today is the Air Force's birthday, so we wish them a happy birthday. National IT Professionals Day, HIV Awareness and Aging Day. What else do we have? Oh, we can't forget about this one. This is great. Today is National Cheeseburger Day. National Cheeseburger Day. Well, what are we gonna? We gotta look at the cheeseburger days and see what's going on National Cheeseburger Day. Maybe there'll be something good for us to look into. There might be some places out there. I thought I had found a list of places that have some cheeseburgers for us to celebrate today. I wonder where I put that list because I could have sworn that I printed that out. Who's got free burgers? I know that McDonald's always does something for Cheeseburger Day, National Cheeseburger Day. So, here's my list of what's going on today. Plenty of restaurants here. BurgerFi, not familiar with this one. September 18th for a $1 cheeseburger. When you buy another one. Burger King, buy one, get one. Free Whopper sandwiches plus tons of other great deals. Got to go to their app. Fuddruckers, do we still have any of those in Southern California? National Cheeseburger Day. 3-pound burger challenge. Participants are challenged to eat a 3-pound burger and a pound of fries in just 1 hour. If you succeed, they'll give you a $25 gift card. That is to your local pharmacy so you can get some indigestion medicine. IHOP, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Participating locations are offering 2 free regulars and a pumpkin pancakes when you order a steak burger. Johnny Rockets has a special. I told you McDonald's has their specials. Sonic Drive-In. Red Robin offering gourmet cheeseburgers with bottomless steak fries for just $5. Dine-in only. Wendy's, they've got a deal today for their cheeseburgers. National Cheeseburger Day. We are celebrating them right here on Ron Siegel Radio. Let's check the markets for you. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up. It's pretty good today. It's up 170 points. Oil up 85 cents per barrel. And we're looking at the treasuries. They're up as well, almost 5 basis points. That means that interest rates, mortgage rates are up. Ow! Yeah, a little painful on that one. A little loud and a little painful, guys. So mortgage rates going in the wrong direction right now. So that's another issue that we will be chatting about. Why is it happening that way? What's going on? So we're going to look at that one as well. What's happening in this area? Well, it's got to do with the China-U.S. trade talks, or lack of such. See if I can find my notes here on our conversation here. The market notes. There we are. So we know that the president was going to keep sitting on these new tariffs forever. Sooner or later, he was going to make good on his threat to impose another $200 billion worth on Chinese goods. Market thinks it's coming today. However, as of this writing, no official announcement. You'll probably know more by the time the commentary comes out a little later when they talk about what's actually going to happen. The president talked about 10% tariffs, and there could be some more. So as for the session yesterday, it didn't matter. Just the chances that these tariffs would become real was enough to put pressure on the major indices. The market was already preparing for something this week after the president mentioned on Friday that he was willing to proceed with tariffs, and then the White House cemented it by saying an announcement was coming. So the new tariffs on the way. NASDAQ, worst performance on Monday by far. Tech has been rather iffy of late to begin with. And now the market is concerned how much Apple will be impacted by more tariffs. China is one of Apple's biggest markets, and so the world's most valuable company slipped more than 2.6%. The index plunged 1.43. That means, and I'm not giving you advice on what you should or shouldn't buy, but Apple might be something that is of interest because the markets always overcompensate. So that's just a big issue there for you to take a look at. The big news of the day, obviously, is going to be the release of the data by the president. Yeah, this is, you probably thought I was talking about the same thing we discussed yesterday, which had to do more with the Supreme Court nomination. But on Monday, the president ordered the declassification of FBI documents related to the Russia investigation. Now, I think there's going to be some folks that are not going to be too happy about this, because when the president starts declassifying these documents, you might find that there's a lot of other issues that come out, and it might not be so great for what's going on with some of these other individuals.
Hillary Rotten Clinton.
Yeah, that might be. Sorry, Mr. President, that wasn't nice. Oh, amazing. But here, those are some of the issues that might come up, because they're all talking about Russia, and now that we might see that maybe there was something else going on with Russia that was, or in the Department of Justice, that could have been problematic. So we're going to see what's going on there. We'll see about some of the declassification, the FISA application surveillance warrant against Carter Page, and all text messages between FBI officials Lisa Page and Peter Strzok. President Trump ordered the release of the documents through the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and the Justice Department at the request of a number of committees of Congress and for reasons of transparency. Nellie Orr, wife of embattled DOJ official Bruce Orr, will testify before Congress over her role behind the debunked Trump dossier and her relationship with shady opposition research firm Fusion GPS. According to the Daily Caller, Orr will speak with congressional leaders in the coming days over potential political bias ahead of the 2016 election cycle, when she reportedly worked for Fusion GPS. Republican lawmakers have questioned the Orr relationship to Fusion GPS and Steele. The husband and wife duo met with Steele on July 30th, 2016, a day before the FBI opened its counterintelligence investigation into the Trump campaign's possible ties to Russia. Does it sound to anybody else like there's a little bit of hanky-panky going on here? Not between, obviously, the Orrs, their husband and wife. You got Strzok and Page playing around a little bit there. Got to wonder about all of this stuff going on in the Department of Justice, and it's kind of crazy with all that stuff, isn't it? It's watching all these things. You talk about the deep state. It seems like it's pretty deep there, and we're going to watch and see where it all lands. Will it get to the level of, You know, they're going all the way up to President Obama or
crooked Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, might get there too. We'll see. A lot going on. We're going to also check in on the markets. I got an interesting topic we're going to talk about today. One of the couple things that I really wanted to share with you, and we've been kind of busy on the program, is the mortgage market reaching a technical tipping point? That'll be a fascinating conversation. We're going to chat about that. Home prices, the difference 5 years makes. We got a lot to cover this morning, but we've still been watching the news. We're watching all of these different markets for you, seeing what is happening, how you can understand these markets. There's a lot going on, and anybody and their uncle can tell you what is going on. The issue becomes why. And obviously the big issue in the stock markets, like I said earlier, trade talks. So we've been chatting a lot about these trade talks. And why do we chat about them? It's because they affect so much of the market, with the Dow Jones up 164 points right now and the 10-year Treasury up about 3.5 basis points. It's very fascinating, and China is right in the middle of all of it. Obviously, the president is focused on China.
China.
They look like they're going to reject new talks if President Trump moves ahead with the next round of U.S. tariffs on Chinese products, throwing into doubt the prospect of a diplomatic breakthrough, according to two people familiar with the matter. The administration earlier this month floated the idea of talks led by Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin with Chinese Vice Premier Liu. He expected to lead the Beijing delegation, but President Trump last week ordered aides to move forward with tariffs on as much as $200 billion of Chinese goods. 10% duty could be imposed as soon as, right away. Now, think about that. They've already talked about the idea of 30% tariffs. So 10% is kind of like a slap on the wrist. If they start getting up to that 30%, a bigger issue. And the president already came out preemptively and made the comment that if they decide to go after our heartland people, the president will come back even stronger. That's why he's leaving some arrows in the quiver, right? Because if they come back and start putting their tariffs on our agriculture and our industrial items, well, then the president goes back on theirs. They send us a lot more than we send them, and our economy is doing much better than their economy. So who do you think is going to blink first? Now, the whole idea here is going to be, how do our negotiators come up with a concept of where they can save face? Now, they don't have to save as much face because there's no such thing as a legitimate election in China. So what ends up happening is President Xi Jinping goes and says, we got a great deal, and that's all that will ever get sent out. No one will ever hear anything about anything other than them getting a great deal. That's the way their system works. So record low, 12% of Americans currently cite some aspect of the economy as the most important problem facing the U.S., down from 17%. I know there's a lot of my friends who are the anti-Trumpers, those with the Trump derangement syndrome, who will not understand this part of the concept, but there are some people who are watching legitimate news or getting it for themselves, realizing that there are some benefits here. Mentions of the economy as the top problem reached 86% in February 2009, the highest in recent decades, as the economy has been receding in Americans' minds as the top problem facing the nation. Issues relating to the way the country is being governed have become more prevalent. This month, 29% of Americans cite concerns about government, approaching the all-time high of 33% in October 2013, when the U.S. government shut down after Congress failed to agree on a spending bill. Other specific issues rounding out the top 5 most important problems categories this month include immigration, race issues, the need to unify the country, and health care. Back in the news again, Michael Bloomberg is actively considering a campaign for president as a Democrat in 2020. Does that surprise anybody? Michael Bloomberg, I mean, he's always been a bit liberal, but that does not surprise anybody.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
He concludes that it would be would be his only path to the White House, even as he voices stark disagreements with progressives on defining issues including bank regulation, stop and frisk policy tactics, and the Me Too movement. Bloomberg 76, a billionaire media executive and former New York City mayor, has already aligned himself with Democrats in the midterm elections, approving a plan to spend $80 million to flip control of the House of Representatives. A political group he controls will soon begin spending heavily in 3 Republican-held districts in Southern California. Aren't we lucky? Attacking conservative candidates for their stances on abortion, guns, and the environment. At events across the West Coast and Nevada in recent days, Bloomberg, who was elected mayor as a Republican and an independent, denounced his former party in sharp terms. He urged audiences in Seattle and San Francisco to punish Republicans who oppose gun control or reject climate science. And in Las Vegas on Sunday, he called on Democrats to seize command of the political center and win over Americans who voted Republican in 2016. Now, think about this one when you're talking about Michael Bloomberg. He's already run as a Republican, as an independent. Now he's running as a Democrat. I wonder what he's going to be next week. Just curious. Rhode Island Town is considering asking its departments to refrain from purchasing Nike products, and the American Civil Liberties Union is objecting. Council President John Beauregard is a former state trooper who is upset with Nike's decision to use former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick in ads. North Smithfield hasn't said what it buys from Nike, if anything. The ACLU of Rhode Island says it could be held liable for violating the First Amendment. The mayor of New Orleans suburb recently rescinded a similar directive based on an attorney's advice. Mississippi's public safety chief said over the weekend that state police would no longer buy Nike products. Kaepernick began kneeling during the national anthem in 2016 to protest police brutality and social injustice. Moving right along, I think I've got this here. Yeah, for those of you that are square like me, that is a bong hit. I had to be told what it was. Aurora Cannabis Inc. led pot stocks higher after Coca-Cola said it's eyeing the cannabis drinks market, becoming the latest beverage company to tap into surging demand for marijuana products as traditional sales slow. Coca-Cola says it's monitoring the nascent industry and is interested in drinks infused with CBD. That'll be an interesting one. CBD-infused drinks. 2 million U.S. teens are vaping marijuana now. A school-based survey shows nearly 1 in 11 U.S. students have used marijuana in electronic cigarettes, heightening health concerns about the new popularity of vaping among teens. E-cigarettes typically contain nicotine, but many of the battery-operated devices can vaporize other substances, including marijuana. Results published Monday mean 2.1 million middle and high school students have used them to get high. Vaping is generally considered less dangerous than smoking because burning tobacco or marijuana generates chemicals that are harmful to the lungs. But there's little research on e-cigarettes. Long-term effects include whether they help smokers quit. The rise in teenagers using e-cigarettes has alarmed health officials who worry kids will get addicted to nicotine, a stimulant, and be more likely to try cigarettes. Last week, the FDA gave the 5 largest e-cigarette makers 60 days to produce plans to stop underage use of their products. Very, very fascinating. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, got an action-packed broadcast for you today. Home prices, the difference 5 years makes. Chase Sapphire Preferred versus Reserve. Which is the better credit card? American Express Platinum Card. Is it worth the annual fee? Is the mortgage market reaching a technical tipping point? All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. You can connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel, and if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Did you know that banks and credit bureaus are rewarded financially if you have bad credit? And the worse your credit score is, the more money they can make off of you? How does that make you feel, knowing that banks are getting rich off of your hard-earned money? How does it make you feel, knowing that if a bank or a credit bureau makes a mistake on your credit report, they benefit from it and it hurts you? The Fair Credit Report Act of 1971 requires banks and credit bureaus to report only accurate information, and nearly 100% of all credit reports are inaccurate. If you're sick and tired of being broke and tired of being robbed by the banks, you owe it to yourself and to your family to call Rondi. Rondi is a FICO-certified credit professional and has helped thousands of people just like you get out of debt and establish great credit. Rondi's number is 855-608-1990. Again, that's 855-608-1990. Or visit creditsanitizer.com. Again, that website is creditsanitizer.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you a veteran, police officer, firefighter, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, you qualify as one of Ron Siegel's VIP heroes, and we have rewards up to $5,000 or $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with one of the Ron Siegel radio partners. As one of the heroes, real estate agents will rebate part of their commission. Lending partners will give a credit at closing. The title company has special published rates, and many other service providers have incentives too. All you need to do is call Ron Siegel Radio at 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. Just think about what you will do with all the rebates and incentives from the partners of Ron Siegel Radio. Just call us at 800-306-1990 so we can show you our appreciation for your service.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and as your consumer advocate, I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Gold Star Mortgage. When you're ready for that next mortgage, Gold Star is the only one that I know of that has the Fast Pass loan approval. Do a little more work up front and have your real estate professional give them the tool to negotiate for you same as cash offer, same as cash. So a lot of times I've seen people save as much as $10,000 to $50,000 on the purchase of a property using either cash or same as cash. A big advantage for your real estate professional. So we are looking at the markets this morning. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 155 points as we speak right now. The NASDAQ up 74. The 10-year Treasury, it's up 3 right now, 3 basis points. But as I say to you every morning, it's not about what's going on in the market. It's about why is it going on in the market. Because the what is easy. I shared with our team yesterday, here's how you get this information right there on your mobile device. What doesn't come to your mobile device is the why of these things happening. Why are we seeing what we're seeing? And a lot of it, as I've shared with you, has to do with the tariff battle, because the president did impose 10% tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese goods That starts on September 24th. Those tariffs will grow to 25% on January 1st, 2019. China threatened to retaliate against the new tariffs. President Trump said in a statement that if China retaliates, then the U.S. will impose tariffs on an additional $267 billion of Chinese goods. Ow! Saga continues, but stocks seem to have shrugged off the news and are set for a higher move today, with obviously being up 156 points right now. They are moving higher. Did see the National Housing Market Index comes out. It's not a real big report. After closing just above 101 on the bonds yesterday, trading just beneath that level this morning. We're being real careful right here. We've been sharing with everybody all morning long. Make sure you get your loans locked. Right now is not the time to be messing with the markets. They're a little volatile right now. They are going. We already know that if you've got a home equity line of credit, that's going up. We're going to probably see it go up probably twice this year, and the Federal Reserve has already announced that they're in place. If they wanted to, they've got the structure in place to raise rates every month next year. Don't know that that'll happen, but right now we're looking at the Fannie Mae 30-year bond. It's down 25 basis points. That is a big move right here today already. So that's a big issue. And I shared with you yesterday that our next level of resistance, and we're trading right now at about par 87. We can go down another probably 8 or 10 basis points until we hit the next level of resistance. And then after that, it is a massive drop down. So interest rates heading on an upward scale. Why does that happen? What happens? Because the economy is looking better. The more the economy looks better, the more the bonds will continue. People will go into the stock market. Generally, and I'm not going to make a conclusive comment, but most frequently what we do see is when people start talking about how great the stock market is, that's when the professional investors start saying, get out of the stock market. And we've also seen that on a regular basis when we see the bonds move up like this, or interest rates move up, bond goes down, there is a contrarian process. People think that the real estate will drop in value. Historically, real estate, when interest rates go up significantly, real estate also goes up in a very good manner. So watch that one. Don't listen to the naysayers. Listen to what we're telling you right here. Get some great professional advice. That professional advice does not come from the water cooler. I know a lot of people think that that's the best place to get their guidance, but water cooler advice is generally worth exactly what you paid for it, and that would be absolutely nothing. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, the difference in some of these specialty credit cards, are they worth it? Sapphire Preferred versus Reserve, the American Express Platinum Card. We're going to talk all about those, again, when we come back. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Connect with us, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL LendingTeam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area-trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text NEST, N-E-S-T, to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. Nest, they are the quickest I know of, faster than any of the MLS systems to get you a text message with the information about your new home, about the homes that are coming on the market available for you. Nest, N-E-S-T, 79564. Home prices, that is the subject of today's real-time real estate segment. Home prices, the difference 5 years makes. CoreLogic recently released their home price index report. One of the key indicators used in the report to determine the health of the housing market was home price appreciation. CoreLogic focused on appreciation from July 2013 through July 2018 to show how prices over the last 5 years have fared. I shared this graph earlier today, and it's created to show the 5-year change in price from that July 2013 through July 2018. On the low-priced homes, I can't really tell you what low-priced homes mean because they're different in every market. So think about your market. I mean, in some areas, a low-priced home is $70,000. In other prices, a low-priced home is $700,000. So the charts basically show low-priced, low to middle, middle to moderate, and high-priced. As you can tell, the highest price appreciation occurred in the lowest price range, right? Because it's just mathematics. If you have a $100,000 property that goes to $150,000, that's a 50% appreciation. Now, if you have a $1 million property that's going to go up to $1.5 million, that's a real big jump. So it's easier to go up 50,000 than 500,000. The low-priced properties went up 48%. Think about that one. While the highest priced homes appreciated by 25%. This has been greatly fueled by the lack of inventory of homes available at the lower price ranges and higher demand from first-time buyers looking to enter the market. Every quarter, Pulsenomics surveys a nationwide panel of over 100 economists, real estate experts, and investment and market strategists, and asks them to project how residential home prices will appreciate over the next 5 years for their home price expectation survey. According to the quarter 3 2014 survey, results are: national home prices are projected to increase cumulatively by 19.5% by December 2018. The bulls of the group predicted home prices to rise by 27.8%, while the more cautious bears predicted an appreciation of 11.2%. Data from the most recent home price expectation survey shows that home prices are expected to increase by 20% over the next 5 years. The bulls of the group predict home prices to rise by 31.2%, while the more cautious bears predict an appreciation of 9.3%. The bottom line: every day, thousands of homeowners regain positive equity in their homes. Some homeowners are now experiencing values even greater than those before the Great Recession. If you're wondering if you have enough equity to sell your house and move on to your dream home, let's chat about it. Just give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. We can talk about your goals, your plans. Then we can also talk about the next step is, what does all of that mean for your family? Now, I just got through sharing with somebody who is a long-term friend of mine, sent me a private message on Facebook that, you know something, now is not the time for you to sell grandpa's house. And you know, a lot of the people that I work with are real estate professionals, and that was why he called me, he reached out to me, is because a lot of the real estate professionals that he's been talking to have been telling him that they should sell it right now. Well, here's the issue, and in most instances, I am a proponent. I am in favor of people selling right now if depending on what they've got to do. But that's not the right answer for everybody in every situation. Every situation is a little bit different. In his situation, he's looking at what is in the best interest of 96-year-old granddad who's not in the best health and has owned the property for a long, long time. The issue that you might get a little bit more money for the property right now. There's a lot of demand for a property right now. But I would suggest that the tax benefits of staying in the property are going to be better for granddad than the selling of it right now. And in this instance, what they're really talking about is what's in the best interest of the estate. Because granddad's days are numbered. Right? When you're 96, likelihood is that you've got more time behind you than ahead of you. And I'm not saying that to be rude or to be morbid, but it is reality. And that's what we're talking about on Ron Siegel Radio, is getting you reality so you can make a look and make a smart business decision. Because at the end of the day, when you're dealing in real estate after you've lived in the property, it is a business decision. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment, again, brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. So let's start our discussion on these higher-end credit cards. Chase Sapphire Preferred versus Reserve. Which is the better card? Chase's line of travel rewards credit cards always been very popular. The Sapphire Preferred card was successful because it offered double points on all travel and dining, and it allowed you to transfer your rewards to airline miles or hotel points. But when Chase introduced the Sapphire Reserve card in 2016, it actually couldn't print those cards fast enough. So the Reserve was what the affluent wanted. Today you have a choice of either card, so which is the better one? Sapphire Preferred lets you earn double points on all travel and dining purchases and 1 point per dollar spent everywhere else. The new applicants can also earn a 50,000 point sign-up bonus after spending $4,000 within 3 months of the account opening. Benefits include baggage delay insurance, trip delay reimbursement, damage and theft protection, and extended warranty protection. $95 annual fee for this card. That's waived the first year and no foreign transaction fees. The Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card. How does that one work? Currently offers applicants the same 50,000 point sign-up bonus after using their card to spend $4,000 within 3 months of account opening, but instead of offering you 2 times the points per dollar spent on travel and dining, you get 3 times the points. You also receive a $300 annual statement credit towards any travel purchases and a $100 credit towards the application fee for TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, which includes PreCheck. You get all the same benefits of the Preferred Plus, return protection, lost luggage reimbursement, and emergency evacuation and transportation. It also comes with a Priority Pass Select membership that allows you and your traveling companions access to more than 1,000 affiliate airport lounges around the world. Gotta love that idea, don't you? What can you use the rewards points for? Points are earned in the Ultimate Rewards program and can be redeemed in many, many ways. These points are worth 1 cent each towards cash back, gift cards, or merchandise. But if you redeem points from the Sapphire Preferred account, they're worth 1.25 cents each. When you book airfare, hotel, car rentals, and activities, the Ultimate Rewards Travel Center online or over the phone. Better yet, points from the Sapphire Reserve are worth 1.5 cents each towards travel reservations. Finally, you can transfer your rewards to airline miles or hotel points with a whole host of airlines. I've got them on the list if you want them. Fortunately, you can also combine your points with cards such as Chase Freedom, Freedom Unlimited, and Inc. Business Cash. This allows you to redeem all of your points for extra value for travel reservations or point transfers, regardless of which card you use to earn them. That's a big, big benefits right there. That is the differences between the Sapphire Preferred versus the Reserve. We're going to talk American Express when we come back. Hey, Michael, glad to see you with us today. Arn, Michelle, glad to see you. Linda, glad to see you. Mark, Veronica, Ed, Dottie, Michael, Daniel, great to see all of you with us on today's broadcast. And we're going to also talk a little bit about the mortgage market. Is it reaching a technical tipping point? We'll get to that one as well as American Express when we come back. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Connect with us, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, on Twitter @Ron Siegel. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area-trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Most businesses struggle to get the online reviews they need to get a competitive edge over their competition. Rex is a brand new technology that uses text messages to direct happy clients to your online review sites, Zillow, Google, Facebook, and Yelp, and unhappy clients to a private survey, so businesses can win more customers. Try Rex today by going to www.meetrex.com.
Are you currently renting a home? Do you like paying someone else's mortgage payment? Why not explore the options to purchase your own home? Can you imagine a 30-year fixed-rate loan below 4.25% APR? This means with $10,500, you can purchase a $295,000 home and have a principal and interest payment of about $1,400 per month. What are you paying in rent? Does your family deserve the opportunity to take advantage of the current market? To learn more about these exciting opportunities, the Siegel Lending Team is standing by to speak with you. Call now, 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SiegelLendingTeam.com.
SIEGELLendingteam.com or 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender. Not endorsed or sponsored by any government agency.
Do you have a goal of mortgage-free home ownership? What if your home was valued at $500,000? Are you aware that a free and clear home could be costing you $2,500 every month, $30,000 per year? The mortgage planners at the Siegel Lending Team would like to show you how you can own your home, generate tax-free income, and accumulate family wealth. You simply need to call the Ron Siegel Team at 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990. By sending the team a copy of your most recent mortgage statement, the team will send you a no-obligation real estate plan. You be the judge if this is right for your family. Again, all you have to do is send the team a copy of your mortgage statement by email to reap@ronsiegelradio.com or call today. Ron Siegel, 1-800-306-1990. That is 1-800-306-1990.
Rate subject to change and without notice. Licensed by the California DOC and BRENMLS 217037 and 145502. And Cal...
Siegel Lending Team offers you buying power. Let's say you can afford a monthly mortgage payment, including principal and interest, of around $1,900. With today's rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage of 3.75%, APR 3.85%, that payment could support a $416,000 mortgage. But if you wait and rates tick up to around 6.5%, which is roughly the average home mortgage rate over the past 30 years, that same $1,900 mortgage payment, including principal and interest, may only be able to support a $314,000 mortgage. That's over $100,000 worth of home you're missing out on by waiting. That's buying power. All you need to do to get started is reach out to the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL Lendingteam.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance. Call us for full details, 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 or SiegelLendingTeam.com. Equal housing lender, licensed under NMLS number 217037.
Are you purchasing or own a luxury home? If you're like so many others, your home is your largest asset and the mortgage is your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team has some amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates below 4%, 15-year rates near 3.5%, and if you can believe it, 7-year interest-only hybrids in low 3s. The Siegel Lending Team has all the options for your jumbo or second home loan requirements. Take advantage of them while you can. To learn more about all the other financing products available from the Siegel Lending Team, call 1-800-306-1990. That's 1-800-306-1990. Or visit SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL Lendingteam.com. Again, call 1-800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by NMLS ID 217037 and 145502. Equal housing lender.
Homeowners that are 62 and older are about to find out a great way to live a better retirement. It's called a reverse mortgage, and SLT can help you learn more. Call the Siegel Lending Team at 800-306-1990 right now to receive your free booklet with no obligation. It answers questions like how a reverse mortgage works, how much you qualify for, the ways to receive your money, and more. When you call the experts at Siegel Lending Team today, you'll learn the benefits of a government-insured reverse mortgage, how it will eliminate your monthly mortgage payments, and give you tax-free cash from the equity in your home. Here's the best part. You still own your home. Now is the best time to take control of your retirement. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990 to get your free brochure. Call today or visit our website at SiegelLendingTeam.com. That's SIEGEL Lendingteam.com. Or simply call 800-306-1990.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Well, welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has the solutions for you. I'm going to suggest reach out to our friends over at Credit Sanitizer. They'll help you out in a big way. maybe save you some money. That's the idea there. How does a credit sanitizer save you money? Well, by getting your credit repaired, your credit score increased. And they do it pretty quick over there if you need their professional guidance. Credit sanitizer. How about getting that credit score up to 700, 750, 800? All good areas that you want to be striving for. That is the idea. Be with our friends over at Credit Sanitizer. So is the mortgage market, where is it going? What's happening with the mortgage world? Are we at a technical tipping point? Well, that's the big question that we're looking at. That's what we're talking about. 2008, obviously the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression hit the world, with shocking and reverberating consequences. People lost their homes, their hard-earned savings, and many were left with nothing to their names. Though it probably feels like that was yesterday, to many of us, that was almost exactly 10 years ago. The impact of the 2008 recession is still being felt by millions of people, and though trends in the economy appear to be looking up, apprehension to return to business as usual abounds. While the 2008 recession was a result of a combination of factors, years of irresponsible mortgage lending practices in America were a key player, not the only player. The mortgage industry was hit hard by the impacts of the financial crisis. People could no longer afford to purchase homes, and even those lucky few with enough money left over to pursue property ownership were understandably reluctant to trust the mortgage industry at large. Housing confidence was shot. The mortgage market needed to work on their look. The mortgage industry was notoriously lagged behind when it comes to technological development. While other financial branches have embraced tech as a way to improve their business practices, most notably the realty and investment industries, the mortgage field has avoided any new or experimental advancements, perhaps partially in order to dispel additional consumer skepticism. But the recession isn't the only factor dictating mortgage marketing technology trends. The mortgage development and sales process is incredibly complex, and the liability associated with handling this process exclusively online without the intervention of an actual real-life human could be huge. Additionally, maintaining the traditional person-to-person transaction of a mortgage has meant that technological development has taken a back seat in the industry. Despite the trend to stay safe, industry experts are buzzing that the mortgage market will soon hit a tech tipping point, one that will send the entire industry into a game of calculated technological catch-up. Mortgage experts are calling out the value of technology to the industry, specifically in back-office functionalities. For example, experts seem to agree that a robo-advice bot or a tech entity built to replace the person-to-person mortgage salesperson seems unlikely. Have you heard that anywhere before when you're trying to get a big loan or deal with these things, that you don't want to talk to the bot?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
However, these same individuals suggest the value of Cyborg that can catalog and collect user information in accordance with their bank and creditors, taking the responsibility off the applicant to provide all relevant information during a stressful time and acting as an objective party in seeking out the best possible rate. If you are a potential homeowner beginning to investigate the complex world of the mortgage process, your first step should be to do a credit checkup. We've talked about that before many times with you. Knowing your credit standing is a vital tool in the home buying process. If your credit is suffered as a result of old financial habits or debt, there are solutions out there that can help you get through the mortgage lender threshold. MyFICO.com. It costs a little bit of money, but it's going to give you real mortgage lending FICO scores. MyFICO.com. Credit Karma will not give you legitimate scores, but it's free. You get what you pay for. It's going to show you some of the items that are on your report, but you don't want to be using that when you're trying to deal with a very large transaction. Spend the $40 on getting a real credit report. MyFICO.com. and then you'll know what your real scores are. I have so many people on a regular basis that'll say to me, Ron, I got a 800 FICO. And I don't laugh at them, but I wonder. It's just amazing that that's right there, how people are questioning those issues. Amazing. Just amazing how they think about having, I've got an 800 FICO, but they looked at Credit Karma, and then they wonder, well, why did, when you ran my credit for a legitimate mortgage, did my legitimate mortgage lending FICO score say 715? Well, it's because they're not the same. I've talked to you about that in the past. That is the Your Credit Matters segment, again, brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. Is the American Express Platinum Card worth the annual fee? That's the next card on our conversation this morning. Got a high bar for elite credit cards, but while this card offers some of the best benefits around, it's also a pricey card to keep. The annual fees range from $450 for the business version to $550 for the personal card. With that number in mind, should you apply for the American Express Platinum Card? Let's look at the costs, benefits, and how it all weighs out. Platinum Card is a premium card with a premium price tag. The personal version, again, $550 per year. Puts the cost of the American Express Platinum in the top tier of cards, competing with the likes of Chase Sapphire Reserve, Citi Prestige, and Barclays Arrival Premier. All these cards charge hundreds of dollars per year in annual fees, but that doesn't make them unpopular. If this price tag seems a little intense, cards like the Chase Sapphire Preferred offer a lot of value for a much lower annual fee. We talked about that in the last segment. The American Express Platinum benefits loaded with value, from lounge access to free credits to the membership rewards points you earn from using the card. You can easily get hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in value from the American Express Platinum every year. Let's look at some of the features. First place, you'll find outsized value from this card comes from credits. Those alone can quickly add up to hundreds of dollars per year. Airline fee credit, $200 airline fee credits per year. Global entry fee. Uber credit, get $200 in annual credits for Uber rides in $15 per month increments, plus a $20 credit in December. $420 right there. Card members can earn bonus awards at sign-up. Plus, every time they use the card, the sign-up bonus alone is currently worth 60,000 points. After $5,000 in purchases the first 3 months you have the card. The points guy values Amex points at 2 cents each, so the sign-up bonus is worth about $1,200, more than 2 years of annual fees. Also earn 5 times points per dollar on flights that booked at an airline or American Express Travel. 5 times points for hotels booked at AmexTravel.com. A lot of great stuff there from that card as well. And as always, we ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here every day to join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to John, who's engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We will talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.